ceiling. Me personally, I would take Justin Fields at the 2 spot. I know everybody's falling in love with Zach Wilson. I turned on the tape, and you can only play the guys you line up across. I completely understand that, and he dominated his competition. But I'm watching, North Alabama and UTEP and just Western Kentucky. Like
what you trying to say about? What you trying to say about these smaller schools? What you trying to say?
Listen. I ain't trying to listen.
I just asked a question. What you trying to say?
He playing against a lot of future accountants, lawyers, doctors. The other guys are playing against a lot of pro football players. That's what I'm saying. And it's going to be a big adjustment. It's going to be a big adjustment, man.
I mean, it's going to be a big adjustment wherever you come from. I don't care about that. Like you can't give me that narrative. It's going to be a big adjustment wherever you come from. You're going to have maybe 10 guys out this draft that it's not going to be a huge adjustment for, that they're going to come in and ball. We've seen a lot of
everybody. It's a huge adjustment, everybody. Exactly.
And we've seen a lot of quarterbacks come from big time schools that come in and stink it up, right? So Agreed. They come to from big time schools and stink this shit up. Like, dang, like they was at so-and-so last year and they was doing this, that, and the third, because what? They've had some of probably the best coaching, the best players at every position around them. So of course it's gonna make them look great. You know what I mean? So for me, it's one of them things where, like you say, and I hate to keep going back to Sam Darnold, where you like, oh, you gotta take a quarterback. Like, again, if you're in that position, you feel as though a guy that's in the draft that plays the same position.
He's one of those quarterbacks from a big time school with a bunch of first round picks around who came in and stunk it up.
Has a high ceiling. Another guy, I know you back on the Tua train. You've been on it, you've been off it, you back on it. So again, with that
back on it at the front.
So again, I'm not gonna say that he stunk it up, but he didn't wow you last year.
No, I mean early, super early. And the source we talked to about him, his teammate, one of his teammates, somebody in the building said, it was really early for him, coming off a major injury. And like, I wouldn't say Tua stunk it up. He didn't do enough for me to say, hey, this is my guy for the future.
My point.
But comparing him to what the body of work that we've seen from Sam Darnold, it's not as small. Sam Darnold has played for multiple years in this league. We've seen him. We've seen quarterbacks come in with bad surrounding cast and still play decent or well.
Name me one who had a horrible coach. A horrible coach, and the cast around him was terrible, and they've done something. Yeah, think hard on this one.
I gotta think. I'll come back to you on that one.
I respect that. I just don't want you to just throw him out. I respect that. Look, I value your opinion because I know you know ball and I know what you're talking about. I just gotta disagree on this one just because of I feel as though you have a high pick. Oh, I got to get a quarterback. But you draft a quarterback, you throwing that quarterback in the same fire that Sam Darnold is in now. Now you giving that quarterback you're doing a disservice to him.
This is the thing, though. I don't think Sam Darnold's fire is I don't think it's as bad as people paint it. I think Sam Darnold makes that shit show more of a shit show. That's my take from him, because when I watch the film, I'm like, all right, let me evaluate this dude when he's throwing from a clean pocket. Let me evaluate this dude when guys are open. Let me evaluate these dudes when the play call is good. And then let me see what he does. So it's not just like, oh, let me just watch him. Oh, he getting his head tore off. Oh, these concepts are terrible. These receivers aren't getting open. I'm looking at it from an objective standpoint. So it's not like Sam Darnold is, when I look at him, it's not like he's doing things to make the situation better. He's making the situation worse. So if I can bring in, and I like Robert Saleh, everything I heard about him is good. So I think Joe Douglas, the same thing. So I think the Jets are heading in the right direction. And I think you got to have the right guy driving that train. I think Zach Wilson I believe, has a higher ceiling than Sam Darnold. Justin Fields for sure has a higher ceiling than Sam Darnold.